What's good, y'all? What's good? This is Yaewellness clocking in. Yaewellness clocking in. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope you are taking good care of yourself. In this video, man, we're just going to be talking about how to quit smoking. So the first thing you will need to do is identify your why. Why do you want to stop smoking? Once you get crystal clear, I will want you to write it down and keep it close to you. So the main reasons why people will want to stop smoking is for health, longer life, better breathing, and more energy. The second thing, it would be family, being there for their loved ones. It could be money, saving thousands a year, and then also freedom, no more addiction or no more cravings. So once that temptation comes up on you being tempted to smoke again, or you craving to have another cigarette or a blunt, whatever it is, then you will have in the back of your head, well, the reason why I want to stop is because my health, or the reason why I want to stop is because of money, or the reason why I want to stop is to have freedom, because I don't want to have a substance controlling my life for the rest of my life. The second thing, it would be set a quit date. Once you set that quit date, pick a date, like I say, pick a date within the next 2 weeks, and then mark it and prepare for it. This will give you time to plan, but avoid procrastination. So what I mean by that is to not procrastinate on, is you going to quit or not, or do you think about quitting? Because once you do that, now that self-doubt comes back in, where you feel like, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to quit this. You know what I mean? The third thing will be understand triggers. Understand what triggers you to smoke. Once you understand that, you will want to make sure write the triggers down, and so you could know what triggers you. So it could be stress, boredom, after meals, coffee or alcohol, social situations. And once you know that, start to notice the pattern. And when you get down to the nitty gritty, you know, okay, this what triggers me. This what makes me go back to a cigarette. It could be jobs or whatever. Once you know that, then it'll keep you from going. It, like, whenever that triggers you, it'll keep you from running to a cigarette. You can just pick up a water bottle and start to drink a bunch of water instead of picking up a cigarette. I'll say the next thing is to replace the habit. Replace that bad habit like smoking. Replace it with a good habit. I would say good habits could be working out, deep breathing or meditation, chewing gum or sucking on mints, holding something in your hand, stress ball or a pen, drinking water when craving a hit. So like I say, I would say drink like a gallon of water. Whenever you get a craving, just start to drink a bunch. What I used to do was I used to chew a bunch of gum, like when I was trying to quit, because it was a tough time for me. So I'll chew a bunch of gum whenever I used to like just smoke, and when I used to smoke a lot, I would just chew a bunch of gum so I could take my mind off of it, and I can put my mind on something else instead of trying to smoke. You get what I'm saying? The next thing I would say, use a support tool. Use support in tools. So like the best thing is to do is to try to talk to someone about this. Like, try to go to somebody that you feel comfortable explaining this to. So I would say a nicotine replacement therapy. So you can probably use, I would say, patches, gums. I would say, like, even use an app. So quit smoking trackers help with cravings and motivation. So when you're looking at that app and you see that how many days you went without smoking, how many days, or not even days, but how many times you had spent money on something, like spent money on cigarettes or whatever, and you seeing how much you saving. You get what I'm saying? And then you'll be like, okay, well, I'm able to save a thousand this month without spending no money on no cigarettes or no money on no weed. You get what I'm saying? And that will keep you going. Another thing is counseling or therapy. So great for emotional triggers. So if you talk to somebody about how to quit smoking, especially if you talk to a counselor that knows about smoking and had quit, then they'll be able to explain to you how they was able to quit. Now you're able to pick up on their success, pick up on how they broke free. You get what I'm saying? And then another thing is support groups, in person or online. So when you go to like a support group, It could be with a bunch of people that had a hard time from smoking, and y'all can all talk among yourself and talk about, okay, this is the best way, or this is how I quit, and y'all can all share ideas on how to quit together. So the next thing I would say, deal with cravings. So whenever you craving for it, just sit there and deal with it. And I would say the best things is to do is to cravings usually only last for 3 to 5 minutes. So just ride that wave. Distract yourself for just go for a walk or call a friend or do push-ups. Practice the 4 Ds. And the 4 Ds is delay, deep breathing, drink water, or do something else. So out of all of those things that I just said, if you continue to use those things, you got to think about it. Not only it's a win-win for you. So it's like you can't lose. You're doing something good for yourself, and you're removing the bad habit. How good is that? And then you're saving your life, bro. You should want that. So the next thing I would say, expect setbacks. So you gotta expect that you might get set back. Once you expect that, then you won't have that doubt, or you feeling like, oh man, I'm probably never gonna get away from this or anything like that. Like, you gotta just expect that that's a part of the process. You're going to be set back, bro. Things like this is going to happen. It's human things. So if you slip up, don't quit quitting. That means don't just give up and just say, I'm not going to get through this or whatever. Reflect on what led to it, recommit to quitting, and adjust your strategy if needed. So that means when you wanted to adjust putting in more action, adjust, try to do something else. Don't just continue to try to do the same thing, because most of the time, like, if you're doing the same thing and you getting the same result, that's what's going to happen, bro. You're going to get them same results. The next thing is to reward yourself. So reward yourself every time you able to break free from this addiction. Like, reward yourself every time you're doing good. And so what I mean by that is, when you want to reward yourself, just celebrate milestones. 1 day, 3 days, 1 week, 1 month. Use the money that you save from not smoking. Treat yourself a massage, movie, or new gear. Whatever it is. Just reward yourself. Then you'll feel more motivated to just quit in general, bro. But that's the things on how to quit smoking, man. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'm out, man. Peace.